Hello, and welcome back to my humble channel. Just to preface this video, it is entirely unscripted because I really don't want to spend a lot more time on this than I already have. And frankly, I'm just sick and tired of this at this point, and I want to move on. The purpose of this video is to clear the air on a couple things from a certain community that at least one person that I know of has been sharing misinformation in public channels in a certain Discord server. If you go on my channel right now, you'll see that I did a video on a certain Discord server called Roblox Development Assistance or Roblox Script Assistance. I don't know their name anymore. It's been so long. I don't care to look up whether they changed their name again or not. They keep alternating, as far as I know. So I'm going to be talking about that Discord group specifically. The information that they've been sharing, again, in public spaces in the server. So now you might be wondering, what am I talking about? What information are they spreading? Recently, a little birdie told me that they are still, for some reason, talking about me and them to this day. All this happened last year back in either March or April. I don't remember now. But it's been over a year at least, and they're still talking about myself and the little birdie who told me about this. So, just to get up what a moderator said in the server, the moderator is against unbanning our little birdie and myself because we, quote, rated the server as a duo and that we are malignant transphobes. Now, when I read that, I was just like, you've got to be shitting me. Not only are they talking about us over a year later, they like to say that they live rent-free in our minds. But we've been fucking off and doing our own things for over a year now, and yet they're still talking about us. That's fucking crazy. Anywho, the owner of the server, who goes by the name of Panda, I think it's fair that I share their username on the server because they're the owner. They're the first name you see when you enter the server, or at least one of the first names you see, the top names in the server list. And they say, fuck that second guy. And by second guy, he means myself. Hated him. But anyways, won't press the matter. And by the matter, he means whether the little birdie and myself can possibly get unbanned. I don't care to be able to get back into that server at this point. I've moved on. And I imagine our little birdie has moved on as well. We're done with that server. The only ones who are not done are them. Clearly, because they're still talking about us over a year later. I was let known about this just a little over a month ago. And now you might be wondering, why didn't I respond to it right away? I thought about it, but I wasn't in the right headspace to really cover what they were accusing us of. So to clear the air for those in Roblox Script Assistance, which I'm going to be referring to them going forward, RSA, just to confirm a suspicion of theirs, yes, the little birdie did have the intention of getting banned. I, on the other hand, had a completely different intention than him. So let's cover those two pieces of information that the moderator had been sharing. They rated the server as a duo. Are you referring to when we did that little meme thing about the egg hunt 2024, which actually turned out to be a thing, sort of? We just did it to be funny. And then we quickly left after maybe 4 minutes. It was very brief. Joined in, made a little hype spurg fest about the egg hunt 2024, and then we dipped out. Nothing further after that. They're either referring to that time or what led us to ultimately getting banned from the server. Now, if they're referring to pre-getting banned to the server, the last time we were ever in the server from that point going forward, which at first we were muted, and then we both just disconnected and moved on with our lives. If it's that I'm thinking of, holy crap, moderator of said server, you're fucked. There's no other way to put it. You're absolutely fucked in the head. I like to think that sometimes I spurg out, but holy shit, that's just, oh my god, that's something else entirely. Like, sure, the little birdie went in with the whole intention of getting banned. That I can softly confirm. But for me, it was for something a lot more serious. And if you're not comfortable with certain topics, again, click off of this video and find something that won't ruin your mood. I went into that server because they were friends with someone and are still friends with someone. I checked their Steam just a bit ago to see if they're still on each other's friend lists, and they are. I went in at that time because I had recently learned one of their friends had been groomed. And when I told them that, they got super defensive. And rather than keeping the door open to discuss what the hell is going on, I got muted. If that's the supposed raid that they're referring to, that is absolutely fucked. Genuinely, what the hell is wrong with you people? You people already had a terrible track record at that point. Years prior to that, it was either the owner or another super moderator, because I think there was 3 tiers of moderation: owner, super moderator, and then regular moderator. I can't remember. It's been over a year. But it is either the owner or a super moderator started a poll to allow back in a user who had been originally ousted from the community for allegedly sending pictures of himself to underage users on Discord. What is wrong with you people? Genuinely. And then there's where that moderator said that we're also malignant transphobes. Really? For a misunderstanding back in 2020 or 2021, when I had no lick of knowledge, or at least very little, about who people that were transgender were and the concept of it? My knowledge up to that point was that people who were transgender were like anime traps, if you know what that is. And I don't think I really need to explain that. If you really want to know, you can look it up on Google or Bing or DuckDuckGo. What these people don't seem to understand is that people can change. That was 2020 or 2021. This is 2025, 4 or 5 years later. And this moderator still thinks that I have that mindset? Seriously? What is wrong with you? You know, this is a point of contention they've made in the past, that they live rent-free in our minds and that we have not grown up. Who are the ones who are living rent-free in whose heads? And who are the ones that are still talking about us over a year later, even though we've been banned from the server? You've got to be fucking kidding me. What is genuinely wrong with you morons? And I'm not trying to be constructive in this video. I tried to leave the door open for said moderator when I tried to let them know that their friend got groomed. But what did they say? Oh, I had them blocked. What? No, you just made an excuse right there to close the door on any possible discussion about it. My friend requests on my Discord account are still open. There's still like scam bots or whatever, and random people who look up my old alias, send friend requests to send messages and communicate. That's just a non-excuse. The fact is, you did not care to communicate past that point going forward. I opened the door, and I still have the door open on my end. But you made the choice to close it. And then you make the excuse that, oh, I have you blocked. No, No, I don't. Send a friend request right now at the Deathcaster on Discord. Input that and then click add friend. You can easily see you can send a friend request because the fact is, I don't have you blocked. But I am seriously considering logging in again just to block your stupid ass, because this is the kind of shit you've been spreading around in the public channels, that we are transphobes, malignant ones. It means basically tumors. We are tumorous transphobes. And the only reason us both of us combined, our purpose to rejoin the server before we ultimately got banned was to raid it. Sure, it was entirely rated. Definitely not because I wanted to let you know that one of your friends got groomed outside of Discord. And you are still friends with said person, at least according to Steam. You, moderator, I'm really trying to withhold sharing your username. But you are genuinely sick in the head. Genuinely. Walk into oncoming traffic. And to Panda, the owner of RSA, I could give less of a fuck if you hate me. I don't aim to always be a people pleaser. However, even if you do in fact hate my guts, hate my person, whatever opinion you have of me, do you still find it perfectly okay to allow a moderator on your staff to share information such as that is libelous? Clearly, as an owner, you have utterly failed, and you should feel very bad about it. But who knows, maybe I'm kicking the hornet's nest by talking about these losers again. And I genuinely mean it. They're losers. They're still talking about us over a year later. And why does Panda hate my person exactly? Is it because I think he's a pussy? Is it because I think he's a failure as an owner, which is clearly shown by the fact he allowed this conversation where this moderator made such accusations in the public channel that anyone can enter in and see, mind you? Whether you hate me or not, you have a responsibility to uphold your staff to a standard. And instead of holding them to said standard, you are allowing them to spread misinformation about a couple of users in your server who used to be a part of your server. As far as I'm concerned, Panda, you are an utter failure. And Erin should have deleted that server when she had the chance years ago, rather than handing it off to you. I could give less of a shit if you don't like me. I have no idea why. I don't care. It doesn't change the fact that you are incompetent of handling a community of over 1,000 or 2,000 members. Genuinely, what is wrong with you people? I'm sorry for the negative video, but I just wanted to get it out there. This was my reason for Unappeal. Thank you for watching, and I hope you, viewer, are at least having a better day. Peace.